Corey Swargos here for Slap News with Alan Klingbeil. We are doing a pre-Power Slap number 2 interview. How you doing, my man?
Hey, I'm doing awesome, Corey. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome, man. You got into the rehearsal, get your feet wet. You go to Vegas, you go through fight week, all of that. Looking back now, was that the best moment of your life up until this point?
uh, at least in MMA, at least in the professional fight world, definitely.
Awesome, man. Great. You've had some time now. You were able to sit back, let it sink in. You get the call, Power Slap number 2. They want you on the main card. They tell you your opponent. What's the first thing that goes through your mind?
Man, I was flabbergasted. I just couldn't believe they would want to choose me to fight Vernon Cathy. I don't want to go into how they made the decision. I'm just happy they made it. I just the moment they said it to me, I was just kind of in shock. It felt like an eternity, but I'm sure it was just pausing for a few seconds. But man, I was just like, no way, you want me to fight the number one guy? Absolutely. Like, yeah, please sign me up 100%. Do I have to pay for this? Like,
amazing, man. I mean, they initially ranked you as number 6. Mm-hmm. Obviously getting the number 1, opportunity there could put you in line for a title shot if you come out victorious.
Right.
When you heard the name Vernon Cathy, what's the first thing that went through your mind in that moment? You've seen what he's done so far in Power Slap. Any thoughts about his game and what he's going to bring?
I mean, I've never been so excited. Obviously, he was similar to Christopher K.O. Thomas in that sense that he just knocked people out. So obviously, there's always that like slight knee-jerk reaction, like, oh man, he might just knock me out if he gets that coin toss. But honestly, based on the previous laps in my previous match, I'm confident I can get in there. And even if he, wins the coin toss and gives me a good wallop, I can get back in there and knock him out. So,
Yeah, I mean, based off the original rankings and seeing how Vegas, ranked the fighters, kind of going in the first Power Slap, I wouldn't be too surprised if you come in as the underdog on the betting line. Do you feel like you're the underdog, or do you feel like you have the skill set to knock off the number 1 contender?
Oh, I got it. Absolutely. They should have him as the underdog, 100%.
Awesome, my man. What are you doing right now, every single day, approximately 2 weeks before the fight, to train and get ready for this moment that's coming?
Trying to maintain a healthy, low-calorie, high-protein diet, and then on top of that, just doing a lot of physical training, practicing my slap technique on a bob at home, part of a gym here. I'm at the Grindhouse MMA in Boerne, Texas right now. Just getting in here, hitting the bag, getting good cardio, running every day, at least a mile, if not 2 miles. Just trying to maintain my mixed martial arts techniques, because I feel like that sometimes if you continue to practice the same movement over and over again, you can kind of get stuck and psych yourself out. So just kind of keeping it fresh and then going back to that slap technique every day as well.
Awesome, my man. I mean, you were against Sloppy Joe first time out. Vernon Cathey, definitely, a veteran now in Power Slap. What do you see happening differently here? From the first time you went up to that table, I know it was the first time for you, first time getting up there, going through the experience. Do you feel like you're going to have more confidence now going into this, having gone through it, one time previously?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I can recall the first time I went to an amateur MMA match inside of a cage, and the experience and the crowds going, and there wasn't like a large crowd, obviously, at this event, but you just get the feel for the arena, your surroundings, the smell of the air, the taste of the air, even, and the people around you, and they're handing you the baton, and like, you got this amount of seconds to go, and like, you need to walk forwards and everything like that. So just having that underneath your belt and recognizing, like, okay, when I get in there, whether he slaps me or I slap him, this is going to happen. And, that's going to allow me to recover quickly. I think because sometimes that confusion can kind of stun you as well. Like, okay, what's about to happen? There's these bright lights. Okay, they're going to yell at me. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, 100%. Just like having that experience underneath my belt, just kind of understanding what's about to happen. I think that'll allow me, let's just say he wins the coin toss or whatever. He gives me one heck of a hit. I feel like just knowing that information in general helped me stay standing up and, that give me a quick recovery as well. So.
Absolutely. Are you doing anything differently training-wise, for this fight than your previous match?
I mean, as far as intensity goes and strength training, so I've been focusing a lot more on my chest and my, like my biceps as well as my triceps. So just to
Hmm.
kind of create that, I don't know, the more weight you have and the more muscle you have up there, it just kind of creates more momentum. And you understand the
Totally,
physics behind
totally,
it.
man.
So.
Yeah. Have you changed your technique at all? Going in with the same technique? You were happy with what you had before? You learned any new, tips or tricks or anything?
I think I've been practicing a variety of techniques, and
Hmm.
so I'm happy to say that I've learned how to deliver a more powerful blow. And I got to say that last hit I delivered on Joe, everyone from the coach to anyone who was in the crowd, and even some of the medical people in the back, all told me like, "Hey, we heard it. It was so loud. It must have been a hell of a hit." And I think I've developed the ability to deliver a consistent, very powerful blow, if not more powerful than that last one I dished out last time. So.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, keeping it clean is, ultra important, especially in a 3-round match.
Right.
How much does that play into your mind? About maybe letting off a little bit, not giving everything you can, so that you can deliver a clean strike on the button, not create a foul, no stepping, anything like that.
Well, I mean, that's my intention 100%. Every time I'm
Hmm.
practicing, I'm maintaining, like, okay, I do believe they allow, like, the slightest rise up to a certain amount with
Hmm.
your heels. But, I believe it's still up to the ref regardless. And so just maintaining that firm planting on the ground, kind of like just keeping that boxer mentality. You want to have those firm planted feet while you're delivering those blows. So
Hmm.
focus on that. Kind of lost track of your question. I'm so sorry.
Oh, all good, man. Which was just talking about, how important it is for you to have a clean strike. Maybe not
Right.
giving 100% effort that would cause you to foul, but
Right.
rather, be more controlled.
Well, and yeah, I think that's consistent across the board in a lot of different things. You don't always want to go 100% in that swing because that'll
Hmm.
cause that I don't know, kind of like it's a
Lack of
lack of tech.
control.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm looking for, and so I'm looking about delivering 90 to 95%. If that's possible to kind of gauge that, but
Hmm.
constantly practicing that technique, making sure feet are firmly planted. Delivery of the blow is within the range that's allowed, and obviously not leading with that bomb is one of
Yeah.
the crucial things.
Absolutely. Where's your weight sitting right now?
I'm approximately 200 pounds. So,
Okay. So you're well under the cap already for light heavy.
yes, sir. So I'm thinking about putting on another 5 pounds, and we're just going to see what happens in the meantime. So,
What type of 5 pounds are you gonna put on?
hopefully muscle. So, yeah, I'm not looking to put a little blubber on. Definitely not. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think 5 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks might be a little rich. You'd
hey, you
be
get a little
on.
2 pounds. It's not bad.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, make sure you keep it clean. We know the athletic commission is going to be watching.
Right.
Let's just stay away from all that stuff. Let's
Oh,
not
of
go too
course.
crazy.
Of course. No,
So
no
keep it
roids.
keep it all natural, man, and you'll be all right on that front. So, do you feel like light heavy is your natural weight class, or do you think you could drop down, to 185?
I guess there's that part of me that feels like 185 might be my natural class, but I kind
Hmm.
of accept that the UFC and Power Slap kind of know what they're doing, and maybe they see something that I don't, and they feel that this is my natural weight class. But yeah, personally, I would like to go down at least one weight class.
Hmm. Gotcha, my man. Well, I mean, this is a big fight. Vernon Cathy's no slouch.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of, had a lot of hype going into the title match against AJ Hints.
Right.
This year, number 1 versus number 6 contender could put you in line for a potential title shot. Has that
Right.
sunk into you at all? If you are victorious, May 24th, that you could be next in line for a title match going 5 rounds with whoever the winner of, Russell Rivera or AJ Hints. Oh, oh. Ellen, you muted yourself, Ellen.
My
There we go.
apologies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, just to answer your question, no, I take the Arnold Schwarzenegger approach. I visualize myself with that victory every single time. Like, this is me. I'm up on that stage. I am victorious, and I am going to go to that title fight. And that's 100% what I think about every single time. I don't consider it a loss because I wouldn't get in the ring if I thought I was going to lose.
Absolutely, my man. We're excited for you here at Slap News. As always, we are going to be there live in Vegas. Hopefully, we'll catch up to you pre-fight. Hopefully, we'll be able to see you in Victory Circle in the media center post-fight and be able to interview you during the press conference. All the very best in your prep leading into it. We look forward to seeing you there, man, and make sure you kill it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this interview.
Awesome, man. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. All right.